Dear aspirants, good evening. Welcome to our channel, Joslet Knowledge Hub. In our last video, I just took a class on various parts of Indian Constitution. This class is just a continuation for the same. What are the articles which are enclosed in various parts? So we will start with a quick review on our last video, various parts of Indian Constitution. The first part is union and its territories, then citizenship. So we have a union and then its territories. Naturally, we have some citizens in that nation, so citizenship. Then we just told about various rights of that citizen. The primary rights are fundamental rights. Then we told directive principles of state policy. Then fundamental duties. Then we just discussed with the various administrative levels of government. So, first union government, then states in part B, then union territories, then panchayat, then municipalities, then cooperative societies, last scheduled areas and tribal areas. Then we just proceeded with affairs of government. So we have a union government, then state governments. So first relationship between union government and state governments. Then we told money is the most needed resource for any government to rule. So finance will come as the next part. How we will create money? How we will make money? By trades. So we told about trade. So then we discussed tax. Lot of taxes will come as a product of this trade. So government is receiving tax from its citizens. Then naturally government is liable to give services to the people. So after trade comes services. Then if people are not satisfied with the services provided by government, they will approach to tribunals. So I told if tribunals are failed or are failed to um, convince the people about the functioning of government, they will try to change the government. There comes election. So I told when election happens, as it is a democracy, the majority of people will decide who has to rule. So what will happen? Some minorities will lose their right to get represented. So naturally, constitution has made some provisions to protect the rights of those minorities by giving some special provisions related to certain classes. Then election happened. So after election happened, what will happen? All MPs will go to Delhi Parliament. So there they want to converse each other. So there is a need for an official language. Then next part is official language. Then I told that after knowing the language, they will start to converse. So what will happen? Fight will happen. So some state people, some state MPs will tell that our state doesn't require to be part of this union, so we are going to get removed from this union. So there is no provision for removal of the states by state itself. So what will happen? Center will declare a state emergency. So the next part is emergency. So now almost 95 percentage of the constitution is ready. So but still there may be some provisions needed. So for that we have provided miscellaneous provisions. Okay, miscellaneous. Naturally what will happen next? Now the constitution is ready. So in future, if there is a need to change the constitution, there comes amendment. So these 23 parts I explained. So I intentionally removed two parts just for you to learn it by yourself. So now we are going with our class on various articles which are covered under these 23 parts. So with some mnemonics, I will help you to remember those articles which otherwise it is difficult to learn them because lot of articles are there. So I will teach you with some mnemonics. Now we are proceeding with various articles which are covered under parts of Indian Constitution. So now we are going with our class on various articles which are covered under these 23 parts. So with some mnemonics, I will help you to remember those articles which otherwise it is difficult to learn them because lot of articles are there. So I will teach you with some mnemonics. Dear aspirants, all of you must be trying to get some jobs in either central government or state government by various competitive examinations. So, to achieve your goal, I want to give some advices to you. These advices will be helpful to remember these articles. So first I'll tell some lot of things we can do in our day-to-day life, but we should be dutiful to do the essential works which will help you to achieve your dream job. So that we can tell as right duties. Okay, then next is we will have only 24 hours for a day, but within that day we have to learn maximum textbooks to cover that syllabus. So we have to schedule our timing. So next advice is be scheduled. Then whatever we are doing, we have to bring our uniqueness in the way of doing it. Okay, so you have to bring what is special inside you. So serve specially. Follow these three advices, your life will get changed in a best possible way. So change means amendment. So amend your life. This is the last advice. So I'll conclude. We have right duties, be scheduled, serve specially, amend your life. You should remember these four advices throughout this class. Then only you will get an idea of how to learn articles in an ordered manner. Now we are proceeding with various articles which are covered under parts of Indian Constitution. Just now I gave you four valuable advices. Okay, we can just write them. Right duties, be scheduled, then serve specially, or serve what is special inside you. Then amend your life. If anybody who are very close with you coming to your hotel, you are running a hotel, how you will treat them? You will give what is special. All special dishes you would serve them. So that way we can remember serve specially. So right duties, be scheduled, your time you have to schedule, then serve specially, bring out the best inside you, then amend your life. This way you can change your life. Now why I gave this advice? Because this is just a mnemonics to uh, learn. We learned only 23 parts out of 25 parts. Okay, so we have to know what are the articles which are coming under these parts. So I just wrote the number of these parts corresponding to these parts, some articles. Usually two numbers will be coming here. Oh, it will be starting with the first number and ending with the next number. So it's impossible to learn every parts or every articles with the help of mnemonics. So we are choosing primarily seven parts. Seven parts. Most of them will contain only one number to remember as its article. So I chose seven parts out of these 23. We can know, we will know what are them. We learned only 23 parts out of the 25 parts in Constitution. So I just wrote the number of those 23 parts corresponding to these numbers. This column will have two sets of number. Articles will be articles in a single part will be starting with the first number and will end with the second number. So with the help of mnemonics we cannot remember all these 23 parts and their articles. So lot of numbers will come in this column. So it's literally difficult to remember all those numbers with the help of mnemonics. So we have to by heart seven parts. Seven parts means this number I already explained you how to remember with the mnemonics. Then this part it's tough. So we are going to by heart seven parts, their articles number we are learning, and we are by hearting them. We learned only 23 parts out of the 25 parts of the constitution. So I just wrote their number here. Corresponding to each parts there will be two sets of number in this column of articles. With the help of mnemonics it is little difficult to learn all these numbers. So we have to by heart seven parts and their associated articles number we have to by heart. For which are those seven parts? For that only initially I told that life advices, right duties. So right means fundamental rights. Then right duties. Duties means fundamental duties. Fundamental duties will come as part 4a. Then b scheduled. B means part b states. So it is part 7. Part b states. B scheduled. Scheduled means scheduled and tribal areas. It is coming as part 10. Then I told you serve specially. Serve specially. Serve means services, chiefly all India services. So we can write it as services. Then serve specially. Specially means special provision. It comes as part 16. Then finally I told this way you can amend your life. Amend means amendment of the constitution. It comes as 20th part. Now we are going to write the number of articles corresponding to these seven parts. Fundamental rights. Fundamental rights will be started from 12th article and will be ended in 35th article. So fundamental rights 12 to 35. Then fundamental duties. So I told you that it has been added to the existing parts after drafting the constitution in a later stage. So fundamental duties, it's that part is 4a. So naturally article number also will be coming as 51a. The parts which have been added to the constitution in a later stage will be coming as extension of some existing parts. So their number will be coming as that exist. If that existing part is 4 means it will be coming as extension. So naturally the number of that part will be coming as 4a. Then another is example is 9a 9b. So 9 is an existing part. 9a and 9b have been added in a later stage. Then 14a. 14 is Then 14a has been added in a later stage. So their articles also will show the same character. So it will be coming as, that number will be coming as, for fundamental duties it is coming as 51a. Then part B states, okay, here we just want to remember only one number. So part B states article is 238. You have to by heart this. Then scheduled on tribal areas, scheduled on tribal areas will be coming under article 244. Then services means all India services. uh, Actually they will start with 308, article 308, and end with article 323. Then special provisions related to certain classes, the number will be 330 to 342. Actually this amendment 20th part is very important part, so you have to remember that number of articles means its number is 368, article 368, for the amendment of the constitution. So out of these 25 parts, we selected 7 parts, and we are going to by heart their articles by number. Okay, so how we chose that 7 parts? With the help of that mnemonics, I already told you some life advices. That is, write, duties, be, scheduled, serve, special, amend your life. Okay, this way we can remember which are those parts we have to select, that 7. Then here we have to by heart. So for fundamental rights 12 to 35, fundamental duties, the article number is 51a. We know that fundamental duties have been added in a later stage. So here you see the number, it comes as 4a. So naturally the article also will have some letters, so it is 51a. Then one part, only one part has been deleted in the constitution, that is seventh part. Seventh part denotes part B states. So it was only one article in part 7. This is very important. This article is the first article which got removed from the constitution. Its number is 238. Then we know scheduled and tribal areas, it will be covered under a single. Then all India services, we have to remember the number of articles 308, starting with 308 and ends with 323. This number you have to by heart, then only we can find out the remaining numbers with the help of mnemonics, that I will teach you later soon. Then special provisions related to certain classes 330 to 342. Then actually these 3 parts I am not going to teach you. Then the last part, 20th 20th part, amendment of the constitution. This also is very important, very important. You have to remember only one article, 368. Just for your memory, I'm going to write the names of all parts according to this number. That is most important, otherwise we can't study the articles with the mnemonics. So first I told you union and territories. Then citizenship. Then fundamental rights. It has been already written. Then another, directive principles of state policy. Directive principles. Then here from five from fifth part to 10th part, we just learned various administrative levels of government, starting with union government. then state government, then part B states that already I discussed, then eighth part is union territories, then ninth part is panchayat. I told you that then in a later stage only part 9a and 9b has been added to the constitution. 9a means municipality, 9b cooperative societies. So with the scheduled and tribal areas, we have covered various administrative levels of government. Then with 11th articles till 15th article, okay, we will talk about various affairs of the government, starting with there should be a relation between state and union. So relation between union and states. Then I told money is the most important resource to run a government. So there comes finance. Just to increase your memory, I'm discussing again. Okay. Then how we will find money with the trade. So government got money from people. So government is liable to provide services. So people are not satisfied with that services. People may approach tribunals. That 14a, that also has been added in a later stage. So try when people are realizing that with the tribunals we are not getting justice, so they will just move on with the next election. So when election happens, some minority and some particular group of people approaching, and they are telling that our rights are not getting. So till 10th parts we discussed various administrative levels of government. Then starting from 11th part till 20th 20th part we will cover the affairs of the government. So starting with the relationship between union and states, then I told you that the important resource to run a government is money. So there comes next part 12, finance. Then how government gets money? By trade. It is 13th part. Then government got money by various way, then it has to provide various services to the people. If okay, just for your remembrance only, I am connecting this with some story or some. It originally it doesn't have any relationship with how they framed these parts. Just for your memory, I am connecting these words with uh, some stories. So if people are not happy with the services provided by the government, they are approaching tribunals. Then they find the tribunals are failure, then they decided to change the government by way of election. So election is happening, so some people may not get represented, as majority only will decide who has to rule. So for that minorities, there are some provisions in the constitution, that are special provisions related to certain classes. Then election got finished, all MPs from all states went to Delhi, and the first parliament meeting is happening. Then there arises a problem. There is no common language to have a conversation among these MPs or representatives. So there comes a provision of official language. Then once people learns language, what will happen? Fight will happen. So some state MPs are deciding to remove their state from union. Okay, they want independence from India union. But India government will never allow. Constitution doesn't have any provision for the state to secede from the union. So in if that situation arises, the union government will proclaim emergency. Okay, so state emergency they will tell. So various kinds of emergency are national emergency, financial emergency, then state emergency. So we, just for memory, I am talking about state emergency. So there is a part emergency, 18th part. Then almost 90-95 percentage of the constitution has been finished. Then for some miscellaneous, okay, for miscellaneous provisions has been added, that comes as part 19th, miscellaneous. Then in future, if any need arises to change the constitution, so there also some provision for that change, that is amendment. So out of these 23 parts, we uh, we just took seven parts and we by-hearted that their number of. Now we are going to learn what are the number of articles coming corresponding to these parts here. Okay, here we know the name union and territory. Now we are going to learn what are the number of articles coming corresponding to the parts given here. Okay, so here is a term union. So union means various parts are getting united to one. So we know 1 to 4. Then now we are going to learn what are the articles coming here. Okay, the number of articles coming here corresponding to the parts given here. I am going to just write this first part of numbers. So here is first first part. So naturally the article will come as 1 to 4. You just write here 1. So article 1. Then we are just going to find out what are the numbers coming here this side. So next, citizenship. There are four ways to acquire citizenship in India that we can learn later. So we know what are the four ways to get the citizenship in India. So we are adding that 4 to this one, means we will get 5. Okay, then already we have here number 35. So naturally here will be directive principles. So 36. Now we have a number here 51A. So what would be the number here? It will be 51. Okay, then 51 is here. 51A also got finished here. So naturally what will be the next number here? It will be 52. Then it is very easy to remember that after 52 next, when the next 52 will come in the number series 152. In that way you remember this thing. So 152. Here already we have 238. So what would be the number here? 239. Okay, 239. Here we already have a number 244. So what would be the number here? Cooperative societies 243. Some letters will be coming here as these parts have been added in a later stage. So you learn by yourself which are those letters. So there won't be any extra number here. So naturally this number also will be 243. So 9b, 9a also will be the same number 243, as it's an extension. So here if the letters is coming after one number, means the previous part, what are the articles end with the previous part, so the same number will come here. So 9a also will be 243. Then panchayat. So naturally what would be here? Panchayat. So what is the number which have been given here? 240. So here we have already 244. So what would be the number we can expect here? 243. I told you that 9a and 9b have been added in a later stage. So all the numbers pertaining to these parts would be the same. So 243 here means here also will be 243 followed by a letter. That letter I will teach you soon. So here also will be 243. Panchayat also will have only one number, 243 to 243. So what would be the number before this 243 that we have to write here? 242. Then Panchayat, again we can just I'll tell that letter, 243 to 243 O for Panchayat. So O finished means then next P, 243 P to 243 ZG will be for municipality. So ZG finished means what will be the next letters? ZH. 243 ZH to 243 ZT would be for cooperative societies. So in that way we can find the numbers here. Then scheduled and tribal areas, only one article, 244. So we learned that only one article for part 10, 244. So naturally, what would be the next number? 245. Here you see, after coming this 245, what would be the next number we have written already here? To 308. So we are going to minus this 245 from 308. So the number we will get will be 63. So when this 63 will come after 245? 263. In that way we are finding this number. So if we write here 263, what would be the number here? 264. Then we know that it's a matter of money, finance. If you are going to purchase something in a shop, they are telling you a price. So you will tell them to round the figure out. So after 264, what will be the a round figure? That way we can remember it will be 300. So 264 to 300, that articles will be covered under part 12 finance. So if it is 300, what would be the next number here? Will be 301. We have already 308 here, so it will be 307 here. So we have already 323 here. Okay, then we know that 14a, the next part, it has been added in a later stage. So this same number would be here representing with a number. So here 323a to 323b. So here 323. So what would be the next number? 324. So here we have 330. So naturally, what would be the number here? 329. 329a. Then we have 330 here. Then here we will use some techniques to find out these numbers. It will be it was easy for me after trying many times. So if you all also see, if you try this way, it will be easy for you too. I believe so. So here we have 3, here also 3. So naturally these all three numbers will be starting with the 3. So there is no much difficulty to find out what would be the number, the starting number. Then here we have 3, here we have 6. What would be the number coming in between? 4, 5, 6. Ascending order, we have written 4, 5, 6. Then what would be the previous number? So descending order, we are going to write 3, 2, 1. Okay, in that way we can find out this number 330 till 368. There will be 3 parts. To find out that parts, we will just find this first number. As these 2 or 3 means, naturally the first number of all these three parts, or three parts would be starting with the 3, so we can fill that 3 here. Then here it is 3 and here it is 6. So in ascending way, if you are writing what are the missed numbers, 4, 5, 6, in that way we are finding out what are the missed number. Then we have to find the last number. We have written 4, 5, 6 in an ascending order, means what will be the number we have missed, that we have to write in descending order, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is 368. Naturally, what would be the number here? 367. So here it is 361. So what would be the number, missed number here? 360. So here it is 351. 352. So what would be the number here? 351. So here, then again we are going back to that part 3. So what is the number written here? 12. So what would be the number here? 11. What is the number here? We wrote 5. So 4 would be the number here. Then 50, 152, 238. 238 part 7. Part 7 article is 238. So here it is 237. 152. So naturally here it is 151. I hope you understood all these articles, the mainly the number of all articles. Then with my next class, I'll take a detailed description on what are the articles. I hope you understood how to learn various articles covered under parts of Constitution. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and support me and my channel.